A very powerful legendary Pokemon is coming to Pokemon Go, and you don't want to miss out on it. I'm of course talking about Tapu Lele, which is considered one of the best fairy type attackers in the game. And in this video, I'm going to be going over all the best counters and strategies that you need to know to take down this raid boss with the least number of trainers as possible. Hey, how's it going everyone? Count Jinsula here with a brand new Pokemon Go video. I hope your day is going really well, and let's get right into it. So today we're going to be talking about the legendary Pokemon Tapu Lele. It is one of the Tapu Pokemon that most players will consider to be the best out of all of them, and the main reason for that is because it is a very powerful fairy type. Ever since it got its signature move, it is often considered the best fairy type that's not a Mega Evolution or a Fusion, and others will say it is actually really good for PvP, specifically in the Master League. So this is actually one of those legendaries that is worth going after. If you're lucky enough to get a 100% IV of this Pokemon, it is one that could prove to be extremely useful, especially compared to the other Tapu Pokemon. So yeah, without further ado, let's go over the best counters, the strategies, everything you need to know regarding this raid boss, and then afterwards I'll talk about some more reasons why it is extremely relevant. Tapu Lele is a duo psychic and fairy type legendary Pokemon. This gives it 3 weaknesses, which is going to be ghost, poison, and steel type attacks, and it's going to be resistant to fighting, dragon, and psychic type attacks. Of course, Tapu Lele is going to be very easy to take down if you have really good counters, but if you're wondering which typing you should lean into, it's definitely going to be steel types, and I'll talk more about that later. Now, if you want perfect IVs for Tapu Lele, and just so you know, this is one of those legendaries where a perfect IV is going to be extremely valuable, you're going to want to look for one that is 1996. That was also a pretty good year, in my opinion. And if you want it weather boosted, it's going to be 2496, and Tapu Lele is weather boosted by cloudy weather as well as windy weather. And if you want to secure the win against Tapu Lele, it is a much easier boss compared to most. You will just need 5 trainers in the raid lobby with really good counters, and you can duo this boss as long as you have the absolute best counters. Now, I mentioned earlier that you should lean into steel types, and that is because when it comes to poison, ghost, and steel, there's definitely a lot more very powerful steel types currently in the game. When it comes to Mega Evolutions, there is of course Mega Metagross, which was released very recently. This is definitely the raid boss to use that Mega Evolution. And then when it comes to non-Mega Evolutions, we have a plethora of different fusions that you could use. These include Crown Sword Zacian, Dusk Mane Necrozma, Crown Shield Zamazenta, as well as Dawn Wings Necrozma. All of these Pokemon with steel type attacks are going to be really good, but of course with Dawn Wings Necrozma, you will want to go with ghost type attacks. Yeah, this is pretty much it. Just bring your absolute best steel types and you're going to be good to go. And of course, if you just started playing the game and you do not have any of these Pokemon, well, you could just go with Metagross. That has always been considered one of the best steel types in the game. So yeah, since the last time I made a raid guide video for Tapu Lele, there has been some clear additions to Pokemon Go that are going to be top tier against this Pokemon. First and foremost, we've had a flurry of some of the most powerful steel types in the game get released over the last year. We of course have Mega Metagross as the absolute best steel type in the game. You will definitely want to bring that. And then of course we have Pokemon like Crown Shield and Crown Sword Zamazenta and Zacian. Both of those are extremely good against this raid boss. And then of course, a couple of years ago, we got the fusion forms for Necrozma. They have always been considered top tier against this raid boss. This is a really great chance for you to, basically use some of these very powerful Pokemon that you might have gotten over the past year. Yeah, this is a very easy raid boss if you have these Pokemon, and it is actually worth farming for a 100% IV. I will say there are going to be better fairy types out there, of course. I'm talking about Mega Evolutions and some other legendary Pokemon that might be coming to Pokemon Go someday. But for now, I will say Tapu Lele is incredibly good. You do not want to miss out on it, especially when you have the signature attack. I forgot what it's called, Nature's Madness, whatever it is. It's a fairy type charge attack that makes this one of the best fairy types in the game. regardless if it's for raid battles, regardless if it's for PvP, like I mentioned, the Master League, this is going to be an extremely useful Pokemon. You will actually find some uses for it. I myself am actually looking for a 100% IV. I think this is one of those Pokemon that I've always wanted a Shundo for, so maybe in the future when I finally hit forever friends with a bunch of people on my friends list, maybe it's going to be a Pokemon I will ask for. I really do think it's kind of underrated. I think a lot of people are sitting on Tapu Lele. They just do not recognize how powerful this Pokemon could be. I mean, as a fairy type, with nature's wrath, madness, whatever it is, yeah, whatever that signature move is, I really feel like I should have looked that up before doing this video. But regardless, yeah, it's a very powerful fairy type. A lot of people use it. Anytime the boss is uniquely weak against fairy, I see a whole bunch of Tapu Leles in the raid. I think it's really good. I think it's definitely one worth investing into, and it's only going to be around for a week, so you should definitely get on it. If you have a couple of spare raid passes, definitely use them. If you want to go all out for a raid boss before Pokemon Go Fest next month, yeah, this is probably one worth doing that for. I know we're going to be getting some pretty decent raid bosses in the month of May. We got some Ultra Beasts that are going to be coming. Not every single one of the Ultra Beasts are good, actually, so I will say May is going to be the month where you will want to save up your raid passes for Pokemon Go Fest. But yeah, I think this boss is pretty good. It's definitely going to be one of the best out of the Tapu Pokemon. I know some people are making the case for Tapu Koko. It certainly is pretty good. Tapu Bulu is often considered a pretty decent grass type raid attacker. Tapu Lele kind of fall off like really hard actually. It used to be one of the best for PvP, the Ultra League, but now pretty much no one cares about it. That's kind of unfortunate. Yeah, Tapu Lele, I will say, is probably the best out of all four of them. That's just my personal opinion and just based on what I've seen. If you want to save your raid passes, that's totally justifiable. I think there's going to be a lot more better uses for your raid passes in the coming months, but yeah, that's just my personal opinion. Yeah, but regardless, Tapu Lele, really easy raid boss, gonna be in raid battles for the next week, and yeah, in my personal opinion, definitely worth raiding for. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video. If there's anything that you feel like needs to be mentioned regarding this Pokemon, make sure you share it down below in the comments. I would definitely like to hear it. And also, if there's any tips for this raid boss that I completely glossed over, definitely mention those as well. Let's have a great discussion. And if you really enjoyed this video and found it to be helpful, best thing you could do for my YouTube channel is going to be hitting the like button for this video. And of course, subscribe if you haven't done so already. If you want to get more Count Jinsula content, make sure you subscribe and also hit that notification bell. Make sure you turn that on. And yeah, that would be a huge help to my channel. And also make sure you check out the links in the description below. One of them is to my Patreon page, and if you become a paid Patreon member, I'm going to add you to my Pokemon Go friends list. So yeah, if you want to play Pokemon Go with me, go and check out my Patreon. Again, a link to it is in the description below. And that's going to be it. That's going to be it for this video. I'm Count Jinsula. Hope you have yourself a good week, and be safe, have fun, and love yourself, and I will catch you all later.
진솔아와 함께해